So I think it was a week ago, I put a video up explaining how I don't trust my medical information in the fire department. I was pretty clear. I think I was very clear. And I had previously requested that North Providence respond for me instead of Pawtucket. And Carrie Hermansky, who doesn't work for the fire department, told me that that's not going to happen. She don't work for the fire department. I'm curious, though, because I have to submit some paperwork. I'm curious as to what her position is in the fire department. I'm just curious, because for her to have something to say or make a decision that I have to use Pawtucket with all the violations of HIPAA. I'm just curious. I guess I have to look to see out of the fire department budget where Carrie Hermansky, where her pay comes from. Anyway, now that just happened, last week that I put the video out. My emergency was the day after Christmas. And now I hear, I'm laughing because you can't make this shit up. So John Trentonzow sends out a mass email, and in it, he includes an employee's medical information violating HIPAA. Is he that fucking dumb? I mean, really, seriously. Does he know? I don't think that anybody down there knows about HIPAA. Like, medical records are confidential. Medical situations are confidential. So anyway, so the lying piece of shit, dumbass, fucking sends out a mass email throughout the fire department mentioning somebody's medical situation. And then people start responding. Like, hey, what about HIPAA, right? What about HIPAA? Well, I guess he said he didn't want any more emails or anything. And then somebody sent an email. I don't even think it was about that situation. Anyway, he tells the guy that he's now off for a certain amount of time. So I know that we have a problem with finance directors, finance directors that are hired that are not finance directors and all that kind of bullshit. But the math doesn't math. And I'm going to put it out there. Does this make sense? It cost them over $20,000 for arbitration because the guy was fighting for his $1,200 of pay that he didn't get just because John Trentonzow was all butthurt over the fact that he fucked up. So he fucks up and then he retaliates against someone in the fire department. And then they spend over $20,000 to fight so this guy doesn't get his $1,200. How does that math for you? How's that math for you? How much money has John Trentonzow wasted? I mean, besides, taking shit home with him from the fire department. I mean, really, when we think about it, how much money has John Trentonzow fucking wasted? Now, I did hear that he's possibly leaving in March. He wanted a 3-year contract in the city, and they didn't promise him that. But, he brown-nosed it through those 3 years, and I think it comes up in March. So we quite possibly will be saying goodbye to 2 people in the city of Pawtucket that have cost the city a lot of money. 2 chiefs. Now, with Trenton's, though, this one's interesting. Don Grebian, he's been having lunch with Robert Neal, once a week or whatever. Is he prepping him to be the new chief? Is that what he's doing? Should Bob Neal be meeting with Don Grebian? I don't know. I don't know if that's a thing. But I would think that with everything going on in the city, with the retaliation, the bullying, and everything of our police department, that's not a good look, unless he is thinking of hiring him as the new chief. I guess we'll have to see what happens there. And if he does become the chief, is there still going to be all this bullshit that happens with the administration going after our fire department? And why is that anyway? Why is it that Don Grebian dislikes the fire department so much? Why is that? I mean, I have a theory, but I'm not going to put it out there. So anyway, lying piece of shit, Trentonzo goes and puts somebody on leave to the tune of $1,200. And the arbitration costs over $20,000. Nobody said, hey, that math don't math. You put the guy out of work for an email that he sent to you. $1,200 versus $20,000. I guess you'll pay anything to make a point, right? But it's not your money. It's not your money. So over $20,000 for arbitration. That's interesting, I think. But what is Trenton doesn't care. I think he lives in Seekonk or something. These people that are not spending their tax dollars, they're just, they don't care. They don't give a shit. Anyway, Trenton still a liar, still a piece of shit, and just goes to show he doesn't understand HIPAA. So when I'm telling you that he's going in and sharing or printing personal information and giving it out, that's exactly what the fuck he does. He don't understand it. He doesn't understand it. But again, here we are. Karma. It gets you every time. It gets you every fucking time. So, and then to fight it when someone emails him. He spent over $20,000 in arbitration for a $1,200 fight to get this guy's money back. Hey, John, fuck you.